He's cheesing.
I'm cheesing
He
big.
is
I'm
cheesing.
cheesing big right now because I'm about to witness you intro right now, and I'm like,
In real life, I've never
I've
really.
seen this on the videos, and I'm with the legend.
RJB.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. What's going on, YouTube? It is yo boy, RJB, with another episode of the Yellow Fellows. This time it's a little different. Chow is not with me. Chow has obligations that he's got going on. We'll get into that in a little bit. But today I'm bringing you our first guest. Well, actually 2 guests pretty much. But one you'll probably see. You see a lot in my vlogs. But the main guest for the night is my best friend, Justin Levine.
What's up, guys? What's up? I've been bugging RJ to be here for a long time, and it's a pleasure to finally be on here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Max, say what's up.
Yeah, what's good?
Max is my little brother. Yeah, dude, are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Dude, he's been cheesing for
I've
the
been
past
cheesing so hard
As,
as, we've been
as soon as
setting
he
up.
press record, dude, this whole
press record.
yeah, they've been making me want to press the record button because they're like, dude, it's really good before, and I'm like, no, dude, just wait. We gotta get some notes down because this podcast is going to be a good one.
Yeah, we had some good content like a second ago.
No, we do. You guys, this is gonna be a good one, guys. You guys should be excited for this one, as I am excited. You know, first guest, this is a bit different. We got another mic. Actually, we got 2 mics, 2 new mics, so we have 4 mics total. Now, I went to the store and bought this freaking high quality. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's like a recorder. No, it's a mixer. Actually, it is a mixer.
Yeah.
Mics are connected to XLR cables now instead of USB cables, so it's all plugged into this thingy down there. I don't even know what it's called.
And when he says high quality, it really is high
No,
quality.
it really is. It's like you could see, like, it's gonna be a distraction. Like, there's like these knobs, and it lets us know. Green means that like our voice sounds good. Red means that, you know, we're a little too loud. Yellow's in between. We could bring it down.
And it makes you happy because, like, you know your voice is heard.
Yeah, and it's super satisfying.
It's a
to
confidence
look at.
boost.
I'll tell you what's not
It's a
satisfying.
confidence
Walking
boost.
out of Guitar Center, I was just like, oh, the price was not a good one, guys. But you know what? You gotta put money into yourself in order to succeed. Okay, you gotta invest in yourself.
100% agree.
Yeah, you gotta invest in yourself in order to succeed.
But also
so,
make yourself worth investing in. Don't be a piece of shit.
exactly.
Don't be invest in yourself. I'm sorry. I told myself I wasn't gonna cuss, but I did. So I guess we're going in. I guess we're
It's
going
all right,
in.
you know.
I guess
Hey.
we're going in. I'm sorry.
Maybe a cool 2 minutes in.
Hey,
I made it.
maybe
That
you
was
know
good.
what? The
That was good.
content's gonna be there. Content, you can cuss. I don't care.
Yeah.
You can cuss.
Okay.
But
Try to keep it to a minimum.
you know, me and Justin, we've kind of gone way back. We've been friends for several years now.
Long time.
Yeah,
Like,
we played baseball together.
we started in honestly like 8th grade.
8th grade summer,
So
probably.
it's been a minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Dirk,
been a long time.
our other friend Dirk, is not here. He is out of town.
Should be here soon.
Exactly. We didn't even know he was out of town until like a few hours ago, but
This dude. Dirk's probably not even watching it, but come on, Dirk.
it is what it is.
Stuff.
All right, but right out of the bat, I want to jump into your baseball career because that's where like we first started getting
No pun intended, or
becoming
what?
friends. And you kind of got an interesting baseball career.
Yeah, I mean,
Because check this out. He's one of those kids that, you know, you get to the high school level and they tell you like, if you work, you could get to, you know, the place where you want to be. In 7th, correct me if I'm wrong, 7th or 8th grade, did you make the team?
7th grade, both me and Dirk did not make the team, actually.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we were on JV, and we got to watch. Basically, how it worked is the varsity field had a little fence, and the JV field was behind the fence on an empty grass field.
I remember this.
We literally had
Wow.
someone's glove as first base. We usually use a trash bag as second base, and like the lid of a bucket on third base, and something for home. And one time, like, the janitor stole our second base because it was a trash bag. It was a trash, and we're like, our second base, no. Like, this is what we were working with out here. Like, I mean, we had people who like have never played baseball before on the squad,
You just tossed in.
and there were so many kids that they divided us into 2 teams. So like, but we were raw. Don't get it twisted. I think we were undefeated. At least the squad I was a part of, I was like the A team of the JV. We were so good. We were
I
so
just
good.
remember 7th and 8th grade because we'd practice on that field, and they would literally.
We literally would be practicing, and someone would drop a tank and they're like grenades coming because they're like you just are playing your position. Also, boom, a ball hits like 2 feet to your right, and there's like a little hole in the fence you could peek through. Like, I wonder who hit that. Oh, that one's Gio Guzman. Oh shit.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious. Like, they were literally like, here's like the home run fence, right? Here's our field, and then they were like, they were right behind it. I just remember like looking.
That's what you were working with.
It was an interesting experience.
That
It was
is
definitely
awesome.
humbling. It was definitely humbling, and that was my first taste of, because I thought I was a stud in elementary school. I made the varsity team 5th grade and 6th grade. Started both times, and I was pretty dang good. To
Guess
be
you were
honest with
wrong.
you. And I guess I was wrong. You know?
Dude, didn't you guys use like T-balls, or like you guys had some really bad balls?
Yeah,
I
we had
thought.
limited flight balls because there was literally a street, not like maybe 100, 200. Nah.
How would you guys take BP?
We took BP with limited flight balls, so like you couldn't hit them. You like
they only
really
go 100
tried
feet.
to
They,
not
like,
hit them
weighted
into the
or
street.
something?
Yeah. Well, no, they're very squishy, like
Oh, those balls.
like T-balls, like RJ was saying.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I
Yeah.
remember you guys had like a couple dimple balls too. Like that
Yeah,
was your guys'
dude.
no
We
way.
did. There was no uniform in there.
Wait,
It was
was
literally
this-
a bucket with like a quarter squishy balls, a quarter
Pause.
dimple balls.
Was there pitchers?
Oh, we had 2 coaches.
You
They were
guys
like,
cool.
they were, I don't even know, they might have been in high school at that point, and they really
had to
didn't
have
care
been.
about us, honestly.
That was free money right there.
That was free money for them. That's how they looked
Yeah.
at it.
I would have done
yeah,
the same.
that was those are fun times.
Yeah, so
That's funny.
I wasn't.
that's how the career began for me.
Yeah, that was it. And then freshman year comes
Well,
along.
hold on, 8th grade was even a story too.
What happened in 8th grade?
Because 8th grade, I was a bubble guy. So, and I remember
Explain what a bubble guy is.
Bubble
Yeah.
guy is like someone where you're like one of the last decisions, right? So like
Oh.
there comes a point to where there's people who automatically make the team, people who are like automatically on the bench, and then there's a couple people who are like, I don't know if I want to keep them or just send them down to the
So they
to
call
the
those
JV.
guys bubble guys.
Bubble guys. So they're like the
okay.
last decision. And I actually made the team as a bubble guy, and I
That's what
almost
I'm
didn't even
talking
get
about.
a jersey. But it was me and a foreign exchange kid from Japan.
Oh, what was his name?
It started with a T, like Takama or something. I forget what his name was.
Dude, I got a
But he
funny
happened.
story
I got
after.
so lucky, and he happened to miss practice that day,
Wow.
and I got the last jersey. He threw it. He wanted to save it for him, but he just threw it at me. He's like, "Here, that's yours." And it was a small, and I was a.
You know
it was an extra small, and I was either a medium or a large at the time.
You know what sucks?
and it was like a crop top for me, but I had a jersey, and he didn't, so I felt bad for him. But
Dude, the coach is doubting you so hard that he was saving it for the other guy.
yeah, like it was a really. That was also a humbling experience. So eventually he just threw it at me, and then I worked my way up to basically being like a DH, which is someone who doesn't play in the field, but you're pretty good at hitting. So you take usually the pitcher's spot.
Bro, the
I'll
DH
second
rule.
that. He was pretty good at hitting.
The
So-
DH rule is one of the best rules you can probably get.
Yeah,
I
it was pretty
hey,
fun.
I can tell you that DH and EH. That's what.
And I remember it like it was yesterday. My goal was to be a starter by the time, because we got to play one game on Buchanan Varsity's field.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be a starter by the time. And that was the very first game that I got to start DH. So
Dude,
that was pretty cool for me, because
about
we got
that
to play
game.
under the lights.
Didn't Keenan hit like a walk-off home run or something? And
I-
We
we-
lost.
think-
Trust me, I know why.
I don't remember.
I
I don't
lost.
remember
You know why
exactly.
we lost?
Why do we lose?
So Zach Sarando was the starting pitcher. Zach,
that-
what's up?
wait, didn't he?
No, he pitched a gem. Okay.
thought he was a
And I remember
catcher.
8th grade. It was me. Did Ian Oschlager play 8th grade, or was that just
No.
7th grade?
He wasn't on.
Okay,
the team.
so it's just me and Sarando as pitchers, pretty much. We were pitching with 2 games a week. He was pitching one, I was pitching one every week. The game under the lights was like a big deal. We played Granite Ridge, and he pitches a gem. I remember this. I'll never forget this. Pitches a gem, and I come into relief, and I cannot do it. I just remember walking guys.
Wait.
Dude, their dugout was insane. Like, I just can't handle. I could not handle the pressure, and we lost that game because of me. I remember that. But going
I
back
don't
to talk
remember that.
about, hang on, Max. Going back to talk about that Japanese foreign exchange kid. Dude, I will never forget. This is a funny story right here. I'll never forget. There was a time we were doing in and out of practice, and in and out is pretty much just like what you do before the games. Coach hits a ball to everyone. They have certain base to throw it to. Cole Hedrick was playing first base, and I was feeding the coach. I was out there giving him balls, and he throws a ball at the Japanese kid, and because he's at home plate. and I just remember the ball just, and it literally, his gloves here, and the ball literally domes him in the thing, and I just remember his bill was indented. The cardboard bill was indented, and we were just like, oh.
Well, have you know, Cole had a cannon, by the
Cole
way.
Hedrick had a cannon.
Cannon.
Cannon, bro. It was the funniest thing, though. It just, and his bill was indented. It was, great times. Phenomenal times. All right, moving on to, Max, what were you going to say?
Oh, you covered. You're telling me Zach threw a complete gem and you just
I blew it.
blew it.
Yeah, no, I blew it.
That was
So high school.
All right, moving on to high school, freshman year.
Freshman year comes. So obviously I barely made the team. 8th grade, Sandoval, who's the coach, didn't really, I guess he didn't really like me or whatever. So that didn't really help because Donald would kind of come down and like help kids or whatever. And you'd ask Sandoval like what kids are good or whatnot. So that didn't help. But then freshman year, I don't really remember my child. I don't think it was very good. But I just remember being a bubble guy again, but instead of making it this time, they cut me, and there is no JV for freshmen, so I basically didn't play baseball that year. Instead, I joined track that year, actually. I was like, I got to do something,
Wow.
so I joined track. And that's where I got pretty fast because I ran the 100 and the 200, and I never took first, but I always either finished second or third in every single event, except for conference. It's like area meets or something, like the very first before you can get to like the valley.
He's like, I took 10th.
And I disqualified.
oh wow, that's worse.
I remember
That's worse.
I'm like, damn, I got a really good start. And then you hear the gun again, and that means someone false started. I'm like, what stupid dude just false started? Like, I had a really good start. And I'm in like the middle lane, and he walks past lane 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, there's no way this dude's stopping on me. And he stopped on me, just red card. And talk about a walk of shame. You just got to walk off the track in front of everybody. As everybody's just kind of like looking at you like, really, dude? No yellow. Like sometimes they'll give you a yellow, which is like a warning, meaning you could still run the race. But if you get a straight up red, you're done. You can't run. And so I wasn't able to qualify for anything because of that.
You really false started then, eh?
So I guess I really false started. Yeah, I never took first place, but I always was either second or third. So that was pretty cool. So that was a different experience, obviously.
So that was freshman year.
That was freshman year. Sophomore year.
No baseball. Freshman year.
So in the summer, I think I didn't make the good summer ball team either because Tom Donald is the coach, and this is where I think I got screwed basically ever since I didn't make the freshman team. He just always looked at me as this guy who was one of the scrubs. So I didn't make the A team, I guess you could call it, of the summer ball team. So I played. There was a couple other people though that were like pretty decent that were on the not so good team. I think like Ryan Spain and stuff. Like he was on my team.
I remember when the rosters came out, people were like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it almost didn't even feel like it. Like you could definitely tell one team was better, but like it didn't feel like it. Almost just felt like they were kind of splitting kids up. I actually broke my thumb. That's when I had my first bone break too, because James Bell slid into me on like some freak accident.
Wow.
And I was playing shortstop because I was the stud of that team, and he broke my thumb this way. And I remember I had one of those Evo shields on, and I had to like, it was like my thumb was like 4 times the size as it usually. It was literally that big, and I had to like rip my Evo shield off over, and those things are so tight that it hurt so bad. But and then I was in a cast, and I felt kind of cool. But
being in a cast always feels cool.
So yeah, and then so that was the summer. That was the summer, and then sophomore year, this was like one of my favorite years of baseball ever.
Dude.
JV baseball, I made the squad, guys. I actually made the squad as like a real player. I wasn't even a bubble player. I was like an actual player.
That's what I'm talking about, Justin.
Like probably one above the bubble, but hey, I was on the squad.
Bro,
so,
you were
like,
for sure on the squad. You got a jersey.
It felt like the first time like I was actually kind of respected. Coach Martinez, I owe a lot to you. I love you, Coach Martinez. You're awesome.
Yeah, he was an awesome coach.
He was hard when he needed to be. He was just the perfect coach.
He was funny. He was hard. He was perfect.
So my thing was hitting, right? I was a decent fielder. My arm strength was probably my weakness. Hands get cold super easily and stuff. So
here in Fresno, it gets really cold.
Some of those throws. Well, I'm pretty sure I have something that like my hands get colder than the average person, but we don't need to go into that. So basically, I'm much more of a gamer than I am a practice guy. So they literally put me in game situations. I'd start pinch hitting, and I had the highest batting average on the team. Keenan Wolf, if you're ever watching this, you did not have the highest batting average. It was me. I took record of every single time I had an at bat, and I batted like around 500 something.
Wow. That's
Name
And
dropping.
I started as a pinch hitter, and I kept getting I might have had one strikeout the whole year, but I would always at least put the ball in play, and it usually would fall for me somewhere. So then I earned my way into a spot, and then I'd make like an error in the field. And then I just remember one practice, he's like, Levine, you can hit the shit out of the ball, but you can't feel worth the shit. AJ Ordaz, you can't hit worth the shit, but you can field. He's the other guy who was competing for second base. So sorry, Martinez, for putting you in the bad position like that. But
We still love you.
I ended up winning that. I ended up basically winning that position.
All right, I'm gonna add on to this. The dude was a phenomenal hitter. May not have looked pretty. Phenomenal hitter. The dude for sure led our team average.
Yeah,
Without a
I
doubt.
did.
He was at this point of our lives, I guess you want to say. He was becoming that kid where it's like, you don't make the 7th grade team, you don't make the 8th grade team, you don't make freshman ball, and you come out here JV because you've been working and working and working, and you finally get your opportunity, and you took advantage of it, and you pretty much succeeded. Like, the dude was on fire, batted every game, and he's just like, I coach 13U baseball, and I always tell these kids, I'm like, look, like, at this age, it really does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
If you're peaking at this age, it's really not a good thing.
Yeah.
that's a problem.
It is a problem.
Because you rather peak when you're in high school.
You rather peak when it counts.
Exactly. So he's becoming one of those guys that you're like witnessing with your own eyes. It's like, wow, this kid's becoming a stud. A dude is what they call it at Buchanan. He's becoming one of those guys. So,
well, I also had a setback too. My shoulder in practice, I hurt my shoulder when I was a kid, and so basically it's like, if I dive for a ball, it almost like dislocates, and so it happened in practice, and I dove for a ball, and my shoulder basically dislocated for like 3 seconds until I kind of like popped it back in, but that took me out for like 2-3 weeks. You guys would make fun of me all the time because I was doing my physical therapy, like walk up the walls and stuff, and I couldn't and so that gave the other guy more time to play, and that's why I kind of fell behind in the beginning of the season. I had to earn my way back, and
which you did.
which I eventually did. Yeah. So
Pretty proud about it.
I was pretty
It
proud
should
about
be.
it.
It was actually pretty dope.
Bro, if you're batting 500, that's
And
What were
like-
you batting in the order?
They would have me like when I was like solid, I was like 5th. I was like in
That's
between,
solid.
and then because I was fast, I was also sometimes you'd even have me in the top 3 depending on the game.
Yeah, but
That's all.
after, high school sports, any sport, even elementary and middle school, you have like your awards.
Yeah.
You have your like award and end of the year awards, like most valuable player, most improved, those coaches award. Didn't you get MVP?
I got
Most improved.
best offensive player. So basically,
Best offensive
MVP.
player.
Because
The dude missed 3 weeks of the season. and
because
still ended up
I
getting it.
batted around 500, and like I said, I led the team in hits. Every statistical offensive thing you could lead in, I basically led in. Besides home runs, I don't remember
didn't
if
have too many home runs,
we didn't even have too many home runs as a team at all. So, that's the one thing I didn't lead in. But so yeah, I won that. I was like super proud, and I just remember my dad telling me, "You don't even have to worry about it anymore. Like you're locked in. You're the best Coach Martinez has established you as the best offensive player on this team. You're gonna be on varsity." And
We're not there yet.
okay.
Don't get to that part yet. Anyway, so he gets the best offensive player of the year, right? So he usually, when you get an award like that, or like when you really worked and you end up showing that you have worked and like you're like a really good player now, after like many seasons that you have not made a team, like you're not overlooked anymore.
And
No,
I
you're
will
out there.
say, like, I know off the field issues. Like some of those kids would like not make the team, or they wouldn't be played as much because they had off the field issues. They couldn't get their grades right. They were being stupid, partying or doing something, and they get caught, and something would happen to them. I know a couple people a little bit older than us that had a little bit of an issue, but I had like a 4.2 in high school. I was that kid who focused on good grades. You know, I always did whatever the coaches said. Yes, coach. I never talked back or nothing. So like I always tried to do my best to not give them any external reason to be against me. So it was really weird that it felt like they were fighting me the whole time. So the time comes for
This is where the story gets really interesting.
I'm
Are we
excited.
gonna talk about
You
the
guys-
fall ball part?
You guys, yes. This is
I'm
where
excited right now.
You guys be ready for this. This is interesting.
So Buchanan baseball.
Don't name drop. We're not name dropping.
coaches
Yeah,
because I already did.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't name drop. Don't name drop them now.
Okay, so
If you guys can figure it out or not figure
but
it
I'm
out.
saying I already named.
It's all right. Don't name drop from here on.
Okay. So Buchanan baseball is pretty crazy, and you basically play year round.
It's ridiculous.
So they have a fall ball tryout, and basically that's supposed to be basically the warm up to the season. So you're supposed to just kind of take basically everybody and just kind of get people the reps and keep them in shape and stuff in the off season. And so we have like some scrimmages or something like that, and I was doing pretty freaking good. Besides one practice when one of the coaches was telling me like I missed a ground ball or I flubbed it or whatever, and he was like, I could tell you're not working, which really upset
That
me
upsets you. Yeah.
because
Explain why that upsets you.
because I was that kid who every single weekend I probably took 5 buckets of balls and ground balls and 5 buckets of balls of swings on my own. I'd wake up at 5 in the morning and I'd get my swings in. Like I was that kid who made sure I put in more work than anybody else on the team. So like because I messed up, and you can just tell there's favorites. Like some dude who I know maybe put in 20 minutes after practice with the coach himself, and so he could see he was working, and so he would not say anything to that guy if he missed anything, and which they did mess up quite a bit, honestly. So that, I don't know. I could just start sensing more and more bias towards me. So the end of the fall ball comes around, and like basically fall ball cuts are just cutting off the people. They're basically like scrubs. Like most of the kids who get cut are like showing up in jeans and tennis shoes, and they got like maybe a snapback or something. Like those kids in Buchanan baseball doesn't fly. Like Buchanan baseball, they've been national championships before. It's a winning program. You're not gonna make the team by doing
One
that.
of the top baseball programs in the country,
And they're gonna continue to be for a while. So,
Yeah.
I just remember the head coach pointed me out, and he's like, for all you guys who still need hope, like Justin Levine right here went from getting cut multiple times, and look at him. He worked so hard, and he got offensive player of the year. Like he turned himself into basically a stud. So that made me feel good. So now I'm like, wow, I think I'm on the team now. Like he himself has praised me in front of the whole team.
That's great. That's
rare. Cuts come out, that weekend, or not the weekend, maybe like the next Monday or something like that. And I'm not on the team.
Fall ball. He's not on the team.
And I'm not on the fall ball team, which, like I said, they cut the kids in like the jeans. They don't cut offensive.
the ones that don't show up in hats with socks
like,
up to their kneecaps.
Exactly.
That aren't supposed to be up there.
And so now I'm starting to think like, wow, they really, for whatever reason, I feel like I have not given them a reason, but for whatever reason, they just don't want me to succeed. But I'm a guy who usually does not like to quit. So I'm like, screw it. This is when I start. I think I was going to the body shop earlier than this, but this is when I started hitting the body shop, because we'd hit the body shop hard.
Early and hard.
So 5 in every single like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. I don't remember the days exactly,
it was
but
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
we would go insane. And so I just remember I'm gonna train for the regular season, and they have no choice, but I'm gonna come back better, faster, stronger, all this.
It's good.
And
mindset.
I feel like I do come back better, faster, stronger. I was literally working out in baseball PE at the time with the body shop and on my own. So I literally would work out like 11 times a week, because multiple workouts in a single day. This is how obsessed I was with baseball. So my whole life was dedicated towards making this team and getting better. So the regular trials come around, and I just remember a couple kids. Can I name like the kid, like Chance? My boy Chance. I love you, Chance.
Yeah, chance.
Those boys just went straight to JV. They're like, you know what? I'm not even going to try for varsity. I'm just going to have a good time on JV.
Wait, this is when the spring came along, right? And
This is when like the real season came. And I'm like, screw that. I'm going for varsity. I'm a junior, Like,
yeah, junior and senior, you're supposed to make varsity. Not supposed to.
yeah.
But,
And I'm like, even if I don't, they're just going to send me to JV. Like, come on. And so those boys go to JV, and obviously they're gonna make the team because I don't know, JV wasn't really that good that year, I guess. And I stayed on the varsity tryouts because that's just, I'm confident in myself and I feel like I'm good enough to make the varsity squad. And that ended up not being really the case. It's kind of a blur. I don't really remember the tryouts, to be honest with you. I just remember seeing the cuts and I wasn't on the team again. So literally, what is that? If I don't know who's counting, but that's like 4 times I've been cut in my life, which is pretty substantial.
A normal person would have stopped.
A normal person would stopped a long time ago.
I think your mindset is what you had a good mindset.
100%.
You did.
100% it was the mindset.
Hello, Dad.
What's up, Noe?
How's it going?
Middle of a podcast.
Penny too.
Just. Hello, Sammy. I will talk to you afterwards. We kind of just started 30 minutes ago.
We got probably another 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going good right now.
Yeah, we are.
We're going good right now. We're talking about his baseball career, which is really interesting.
At the moment.
Yes.
But we got a lot of other topics. Too.
Yeah, this is our first topic.
Yeah.
Like
It's actually really
and
interesting.
We're 30 minutes deep.
Justin's.
Yeah.
It's really
my
interesting.
baseball career.
All right, continue.
So I don't remember where I left off.
I don't remember either.
It was the amount of times you've been cut
4 times.
Oh yeah, so like I don't
unbelievable.
remember who was counting, but like it was something around there, and I wasn't on the team again. So eventually, at this point, I was a junior, and this is when I like gave up baseball because it was just at this point. Actually, I didn't completely give it up. I gave up Buchanan baseball, I'll say, because I gave up because eventually I'm like, this is just a crooked system towards me. I don't know what they have against me, but I'm just gonna accept the fact that it's not gonna happen for me. I knew senior year because they keep pretty bad seniors that like I would make the team, but at this point I just found it pretty disrespectful. The most disrespectful part was the head coach himself would talk to everybody who got cut. And I remember he pulled me out of my classroom and he's like, "I'm sorry, we don't have enough space on the roster for you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's no problem. So I'll be with JV, right?" And he just looks at me, just shakes his head. No.
Wow.
He just says no. He's like, "I got some kids I want to develop down there." I'm like, "Really?
Why couldn't you develop? Down there?
Why can I not be developed? I've been going through this system since Babe Ruth, if you even want to count that as part of the system." Like, so that's what I just felt disrespected at that point, and I just knew that it was a crooked system towards me. So
to this day, I will never understand.
That left a bitter taste in my mouth. Coach Martinez, you said, was surprised, right?
Oh,
so
I told Coach Martinez because I had him in a class that year, and I was like, "Coach, like Justin did not make the team," and he was like, "Are you like?" He was like super shocked. So. Like to this day, we talk about this every once in a while, just like how crazy it was. It was actually really ridiculous.
It definitely matures you. It teaches you a couple life lessons early on, though. Like life isn't fair, It's you just got to kind of roll with the punches and do with what you can.
What high school year is this?
This was junior year.
Okay,
So junior year, I just took a break from sports. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to play sports anymore. I'm smart. I'm just gonna focus on school. But then senior year comes around. I'm like, you know what? This is my last year of high school.
Just take advantage of it.
I want to play something. Screw baseball though, because that coach is still there. I'm not. Even though I know I would probably make the team, I'm not playing for him. I don't care. Even if I was a starting shortstop, I would not play for this coach. So I have a couple friends who were playing football, and I ended up going out for football a little late, so I didn't really catch up on the playbook, which really sucks. I wish I would have done it a lot earlier because Coach Matt Giordano, you're a stud. I love you too. He was one of the best coaches in any sports I've ever had ever, and football was a blast. That's when I really dislocated my shoulder, though. Brock Jones ran straight through my shoulder, and that was one of the worst pains I've ever been in my life.
You're like, Levine, you good? You're like, yeah.
Yeah. Caitlin made me like try to pop it out myself. It was all bad. But football itself was so fun. We were so good. Ended up losing in the Valley Championships, but that was some of the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. They called me the STD, the Special Team Demon.
Oh my God.
I was literally, if you see me, I was flinging my head into anybody and everybody on kickoff. Like, I did not give a crap about myself. I probably had multiple concussions that season because I would be dizzy after every single time I'd hit somebody, but I didn't care. Like, it was kind of, in a way, I wasn't really thinking about baseball, but now that thinking back, it kind of was a way to, like, release some anger, you know? But, like, that class helped me get a lot, because football PE is a whole different animal than baseball PE, which baseball PE, the coach threw me out of baseball PE after he cut me as well.
Wow.
He told me, you can't be in my class anymore. Go back down to regular PE. So that was also hurtful.
I would have been pissed.
He never gave me PE uniform either, which is like supposed to be standard for all baseball.
So
Jake Renteria had to be a guy and give me one of his extra shirts, which he wore like a double XL, and I wore like a large at this point. But like I was like the one kid who didn't have a shirt or shorts.
He was
that was just like every day was a reminder that I wasn't respected.
Yeah, he was 100% planning on taking you out of that PE class.
Yeah.
Before he was already gonna cut you.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how you did.
Exactly. But like football was the complete opposite experience, and it was so refreshing to have a coach that like fully cares about you and like, you know, like
Shoot,
literally
in the NFL.
He was an NFL player. He was a stud. Literally the first day I joined, he brought me into his room and gave me a thing of PE clothes and told me whatever you need, I'll be here for you. So like,
It's a good guy.
He's a really good guy. So that was my high school sports story.
It's a very interesting story.
There's a lot of like, yeah, it makes you mature at a very early age. You just realize you're going to learn it one way or another, whether it's when you're 30 and you have a job or whatever. Life's not fair. Someone's going to get a promotion over you. Someone's going to get the job that you should have. And sometimes you just got to kind of roll with the punches and do what you can with what you got. So
Always work hard.
You got to keep working hard. And I like to say never give up, but I mean, it comes to a point to where sometimes you got to realize if you keep running your head into this brick wall, you may never break it down. You may need to turn and look somewhere else. So not saying you can't be successful, but maybe you are going to succeed somewhere else in life. So right now I'm doing pretty well doing what I do. So like, yeah.
I will tell you what right now.
That brick wall quote.
I'll tell you what, the last minute that you just talked right now, like a 50-year-old man. Like that was some adult.
Dude,
I'm glad. Like I said,
there.
It made me pretty wise, to be honest with you.
Dude, you just sounded like Chow right now.
Really?
Yeah, that was some sophisticated
Hey, I
knowledge
appreciate
right
it.
there. That brick wall.
That was good stuff right there.
Analogy
appreciate
right
it.
there compared to sports. That touched the heart, man.
Thank
that
you.
was good.
That means a lot. I hope you don't mind going a while because that was already 33 minutes.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
Topic.
I love it.
All right, so yeah, that was the high school thing. It's good to get it off my chest again. Kind of like it's something
It's
I
surreal
always
a
like
little
just
bit.
stuff back. To be honest with you, after I got out of high school, you know, you just kind of stop thinking about it. Even when I was playing just football, to be honest, it's just kind of something you got to deal with.
I think we just gave him bad flashbacks from getting cut.
Like
Sometimes these things are good to talk about again.
Yeah,
bring
I
it
don't
up.
mind. If it helps some other kid who's watching this video and maybe they don't make a team or something happens to them, just know there's other kids who've been through it before, you know?
Yeah,
You're not the only one. And you should have better luck than me I was just a very unfortunate kid in the system.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think that'll ever
That-
happen.
that-
I pray it never happens.
I've
to a
never
different
seen
kid.
that ever in any organization in any sport.
Yeah.
Like that's clear as day that he just did not like you.
And like I said, I don't feel like I gave him a reason. So it will never happen, but someday I'd like to just sit down and be like, what was it? What was it? I asked him when I got cut. I was like, what was it? And he just came up with, you need to work on your fly balls and your footwork. And I'm like, that's something you could work with me when I'm on the team. Why does that contribute to me
exactly.
being
That's
cut?
like in a situation like that though, you just have to keep working hard. You
Yeah,
just have
yeah.
to keep trying.
Mm-hmm. And I've sincerely, I have no regrets because I feel like I gave it my all. I did everything I possibly could in my power to do it.
You
And
left that knowing that you did all that you can.
Yeah.
And it just didn't.
And it came to a point to where, not that I quitted and I still wanted to do it. It came to a point to where my focus just shifted, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm being disrespected over here. Let me give my effort to someone who cares. And that's what I ended up doing. And it was infinitely better. Even though football was definitely not one of my strong suit sports. I'm a pretty decent quarterback, but I ended up playing corner, which you just cover receivers. But yeah, just the difference in coaching meant a lot for me. at least to know that that's not how every single team is or every single coach is.
It was a good mental grind, though.
It really
like
is.
you got
It
a
really
lot
is.
out of that,
Like,
even if you
I got so
cut.
much out of it mentally. Like you guys just call me a 50-year-old man. Like really, I attribute a lot of my wiseness, I guess you could say, to these
Mentally,
life experiences.
Mentally he is 30 years older than us right now, for sure.
It did sound pretty wise. I'm not gonna lie.
That was good stuff.
Thank you.
And we're just getting started, boys.
We're
I know,
just getting started.
Gotta talk about Elon Musk again. We like to talk about him on this
Love
podcast.
Elon Musk. Love me some Elon Musk.
The Tesla truck.
The new Tesla truck looks absolutely ridiculous.
It's called a rolling.
It looks
it's a rolling triangle.
like
that thing's a Hot
it
Wheel.
Really,
It's a Hot Wheel.
that's Elon Musk's goal, I'm sure, is to make it absolutely ridiculous, and he succeeded. But it looks super cool at the same time. It does not look like something that should be driving on the
No,
road.
it should
No,
not be
not
on
at
the
all.
It looks like a spaceship.
It looks like a geometry math problem.
Yeah, it literally looks like a spaceship.
It's gonna be on Mars one day for sure.
Oh, 100%.
But you guys haven't seen the video, but he claims it has bulletproof windows, which is kind of stupid if, you're trapped in your car and a first responder needs to bust the window or whatever. You don't want a bulletproof window, so maybe they need to change that. But they threw like a metal ball at it and it cracked. Like a bullet were to hit it, it like cracked the window, and it was supposed to like not make a dent at all in it. And so like I saw a thing on Forbes posted on Twitter, lost $720 million of his net worth after that demo, which he's worth like, I don't know, $40 billion, but like still he lost $720 million of his net worth because of that failed
Wow.
demo.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, this Tesla truck, it's a ultra hard 30 times cold rolled stainless steel frame. I don't know what that
Stainless
means.
steel means it's heavy.
That
That's
is
all
a
I can
heavy-
take out of that.
That's a heavy truck or SUV. I don't even know what
He's calling it a truck, but it's really not
it's called. A
shaped like your
Cybertruck.
It's
That's
really
definitely
shaped
not
like
a
your regular
truck.
truck.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not a truck.
Here's some specs on it: 3,500 pounds of payload capacity. There's space for your toolbox, tire, and Cyberquad. The Cyberquad we actually just saw like right before this podcast started. The thing looks sick. And then it has a towing capacity of 14,000 pounds. It can perform in almost any extreme situation with ease. It seats 6. I have a typo. It seats 6, and it's got a 17-inch touchscreen. There's 3 different versions of the model. There's a single motor version, which only costs $40,000. Shouldn't say only. The 0 to 60 on it is 6.5 seconds, which isn't too crazy. The dual motor costs $50K. The 0 to 60 is 4.5 seconds, and the tri-motor is $70K, and the 0 to 60 is 2.9 seconds. And I mean, that's a pretty
I
expensive.
saw an Elon Musk tweet, and he was saying most of the people ordered the dual motor, and I don't remember which followed it next, but it was like 35% of the people who ordered, 40% of the people who ordered the dual motor. So that seems to be the most, like the best of both worlds, I guess, with price and performance.
Yeah, it really is. Because, like, $50K, if you have already the money, if, like, you're thinking about buying the truck already, and you're like, okay, you know what, you're going into it and, like, thinking, like, it's going to be expensive. So it's like, oh, $50K, like, okay, that's not bad. But then when you, like, see that $70K, there's something about that 50 and 70 that's, like, a little, there's something, Because, like, when you see the 40 and 50, you're like, I'm going to spend the 10 extra grand to get the
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
demo.
but
the
you're not
20
getting
and
the
20 hurts
20
a little
extra
bit.
grand. That's a
Yeah.
Yeah, you got, if you want, like, the self-driving one, it costs $7,000 extra, so on top of whatever model you get. But if you go to order it today on, like, the Tesla website, it only costs you like $100, like, to put down pretty much to place your order.
Yeah, he said there was like over 100,000 orders already, I think. So
That's insane.
that's crazy.
I mean, this boy is just building whatever the hell he wants, and everyone is just soaking it up.
He's getting ideas from a 3rd grader right now.
He really
that's what that
and,
truck
and
looks
he's
like.
making it insanely
Futuristic.
awesome. Yeah, like
It is so awesome.
It is like if you look at the inside of it, like we just
It's
saw the inside, and it's
stupid.
insane. I mean, you can build a whole freaking campfire around that thing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
truck looks like it should be 200 years in the future from right now.
It seriously does.
It really, dude.
It's
But
ridiculous.
it also looks like it shouldn't be a car at all because it doesn't look aerodynamic.
It does
but,
not
like,
look-
I just don't. I can't picture myself going down the street like within the next year and seeing this thing come down the street. Because
I
people
know.
in Clovis are going to have it.
Yeah, but
There's
I
someone.
just-
Okay, I don't know about the tri-motor, maybe the dual motor, but someone's going to have the single motor, dude.
You think so?
maybe
There's gonna be one at least.
You go to
in town.
LA
few.
and there's gonna be some hipsters driving that
Oh,
But
thing.
here's the
yeah,
thing, I think
yeah,
it's more of
yeah,
a
yeah.
collector's item. I don't think people.
Oh,
are
yeah.
actually-
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no.
If
yeah.
you're getting your first car, your one and only car, you're not getting that thing. You're getting that as like your third car just to have.
That's one
you
just
know?
to have for
Yeah.
sure.
Your fun
Because
car.
I'm telling you right now, if I were to buy that, I'm never getting in that driver's seat. I'm not driving that.
like it's a tough thing to
It'd
like
be really sick.
be a
That's
daily
that's
driver.
that's a flex.
Oh,
That is
I'll
a hard
definitely
flex.
take
That is
pictures
a-
with it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Not driving it
It's
though.
almost like when the freaking Yeezy Wave Riders or whatever came out. Everyone was hating on them, but then they're like, these are kind of dope, bro. Like they're kind of making their way through. So that's kind of
Who knows? Maybe the
same
truck
vibe.
will grow on us.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Who
saying. I
knows?
think it's got like almost the same vibe.
Honestly, it's already grown on me a little bit. When I first saw it come out, I was like, "What the heck
Super
is this?"
ugly, and then
And then now it's like, okay, this is actually kind of dope.
yeah. He's
After
literally
figuring out the details.
different.
Elon Musk is the Kanye West of the car industry.
Yes.
He's the Elon
Yeah. Yes.
he's the Kanye West of the world basically. He's Kanye West times 100.
Well, check this out. This is insane to think about. I always think of life like this. Okay, our resources we have today have not changed. Okay, in the past, however many we could go back 1,000 years, and the stuff that Elon Musk is building, it could have been built 1,000 years ago, but the stuff was not invented yet or
Yeah.
discovered.
Mhm.
That part always blows my mind.
That is incredible.
Like this truck could have been invented 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I always think about it. And what I think what it is I think there's just a lot of smarter people now in this world towards like now we discover new
I
things.
mean, it's just evolution, I guess.
And it's easier now because of the new inventions.
because
it's just so much easier.
Kind of stack on
Like you
top of
can't
each
just
other.
slap together a few pieces of metal and create that truck.
Yeah,
No, you gotta
like,
have
just
like
that technology.
Elon
man.
Musk
Yeah, you
is
have-
a certified
yeah.
genius. Like there's no way around it. This dude is a god.
He is
Yes.
absolutely insane.
yes, yes.
He is, and it's just crazy to like. I can't wrap my mind around that. It's like the stuff that we have could have been done like a long time ago. Like the iPhone could have been invented in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine George Washington, dude, just iPhone X in his hand,
It's
just
insane.
chilling.
Like the stuff nowadays are just looking so modern, and like not even modern, like because obviously all we know is modern, but like it
Well, the
looks so
future is modern
futuristic.
to us now.
Like
Yeah.
the new Corvette,
The new Corvette.
That's ridiculous. It's a
I've
Rari.
been saying it's an American Ferrari.
it is
Yeah,
American
it
Ferrari.
is.
There's gonna be so many of them going around because it's like a $70,000 car around for like 200. That looks like a $250,000 car.
It is beautiful.
literally
It
looks
is
like a Ferrari.
It is a beautiful car.
Beautiful. My friend down the street, they already ordered one, him and his family, so I'm really excited to see that. That is gonna be so sick. He told me that he's gonna text me immediately. Okay, not immediately. I just kind of threw that word in there. He's gonna text me when it comes in, because just this last year he got the brand new Corvette. He got the highest level one that you could possibly buy. Like the roof on it, from the outside, it looks like it's like the same color of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when you get in the car,
It's like a window.
it's see-through.
Yeah.
That is
It's
sick.
see-through.
That's
That is
sweet.
sick.
The whole thing is see-through.
Wait, the whole
Dude, it is such a sick Corvette that they have. I don't know if they still have it because they're getting this new one, but I'm really excited to see that thing. It comes in 3 models. The 0 to 60 on it is 2.9 seconds. So it's the same as the tri-motor Cybertruck, which that's pretty fast,
That's
right?
quick.
Yeah, that's very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horsepower in it's 495. It's another
And
Ferrari.
for being like light, yeah, you're gonna go places very fast.
I can't wait to see that thing on the road.
Yeah. Well, those we'll definitely see at least in Fresno.
Yeah, no, we will.
Yeah.
The owner of Sakura
100%.
he has a I think he has a P1, McLaren P1, because my friend that's getting the Corvette is buddies with his parents, or his family's like friends with the owner of Sakura Chaya, and he has just cars, bro, like supercars, like McLaren P1, like a bunch of those cars.
Really? Just does he only own Sakura Chaya?
I don't know if he only owns Sakura Chaya. I haven't asked that much, but he owns a bunch of cars. I don't know if he'll get the Corvette. It's probably not expensive enough for him.
Yeah, honestly, like there's
He's rolling
That's
around with
pocket
the P1.
change. That's pocket
if you guys
change.
don't like Pismo's also. Pismo's is a really big restaurant around here, and the dude who owns this also owns Westwoods, and I think he owns another restaurant. I'm not 100% sure what the other one is, but this dude, if you guys didn't know, I'll break this news to you right now. He's building a new Pismo's because this one that's coming in is not big enough for how busy it is always. So there's a dirt lot across the road, and he's making the Pismo's basically twice as big.
Are they going to get rid of the old one, you think?
That's
What
sick.
he's doing is he's not getting rid of the old one. He's making it something else, or he's going to sell the property. But the badass thing about this is this guy has his own real estate company, and then he has his own construction company. Guess who he's going through to build his new restaurant? His own real estate and his own construction company. So he's not dealing with anybody. This man has so much money because I work at the restaurant 5, and he and the owner of 5 are pretty good friends, and he's there all the time, giving people $100 bills, $20 bills for taking plates out of their way, giving them extra water and stuff. Like, did he go to jail for tax evasion? Yeah. So he's not.
Did he
like,
really?
Yeah, he went to jail for tax evasion. But
We were hyping him up like he was some
like
god.
he's still got some money. He's still absolutely loaded, and yeah, like that dude's talk about another just at least like a more local guru. That dude is a freaking not only a food guru but a local guru, like just business guru. I thought that was pretty sweet that he has his own.
Pismo's is fire.
Pismo's, if you love seafood and you're in Fresno, you got to go to Pismo's.
Yeah, Pismo's is really good.
Yeah,
It's
it
over at
is.
River Park.
Yeah, I think How
Maybe-
tight is it?
Maybe you could throw us each $100 for shouting you out.
I'll bring it home because apparently during these holidays it gets crazy. It gets like people go here on like business expenditures or whatever, business meetings.
Yeah, I'm having one for
and
Topanga.
and they don't care. Like they start throwing away hundreds like it's nothing because it's business money. So I will be the happy recipient, hopefully, of a few $100 bills.
Oh, wasn't Paul George supposed to go to your
Oh
restaurant?
yeah, so there is a Paul George. If you guys didn't know, went to Fresno State, which is the college here, and he was getting his number retired. This was like a couple weekends back.
November 9th.
So he was in town, and 5 is a very nice Italian restaurant. I don't know the stars on it, but it's probably a 4 or 5 star restaurant.
It's very nice.
So naturally he wanted to eat there. Well, they try to rent out the whole Saturday night or Friday night after there's already so many reservations, and they wouldn't like, they're not going to do that because there's so many regulars that work at or that go to 5 every Friday night. There's so many reliable customers. They don't want to just cancel everybody's reservations. Well, so they already told them, the people who called in, no. And then come to find out it was actually Paul George because he ended up going to Westwoods, which is where that other guy owns. And yeah, so that was almost the coolest night of my life because I would have been working that shift. And basically all of the Clippers team was there, potentially Kawhi Leonard. He wasn't at the jersey thing, but he might have been there for the dinner. I don't know. Never will know.
And that's because your boss didn't know who Paul George was.
So yeah, so basically the hostess kind of turned them down before because that's an obvious no. 40 people want to rent out a whole Saturday night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or Friday night. So like, and then yeah, they're like, "Who's Paul George?" And I'm like, "He's only worth like $120 million."
Is he really?
I don't know exactly, but I know he's a very rich man for playing the sport of basketball.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably would have gotten tipped out pretty fat, but it's whatever. I mean, I still make my money there, so I'm not tripping too hard.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you still have that story about those girls out at the restaurant.
Oh, dude.
Well, coming there, I came from a different restaurant that was more of a bar and grill, so like you don't really wear nice clothes there. You just wear a t-shirt and some pants. At 5, I would think you have to wear like a button down and stuff, and we did at first, and then they started getting more relaxed with the dress code, so I ended up getting a short sleeve polo and a workout, and it started leading to some cat calls for your boy. So
That's what I'm talking
I was
about.
busting this one table, and they ended up, I don't remember exactly how it went down just because it was a few weeks ago at this point, but it was like she said something to me flirty. I said something flirty back, and she was like, "Can you box this up for me?" I was like, "Yeah." And something, I don't remember exactly how it went down. She was like, bring it back with your number on it or something around there, and I ended up writing my number on it for her. And she asked me how old I was, and this is the crucial mistake, boys.
And girls.
No,
and just boys.
Just boys, just the boys out here.
just the men, just the guys.
I'm 20. I could tell she wasn't 20. Lie. If you really want it, lie. I said 20, and that was the end of the story for me.
I've lied before.
I think she was like 27, and I said 20, and that was the turnoff. So now I'm 20.
Didn't she say like something like
24
Oh,
from
you were
here
like,
on
could
out.
I take that? And she was like, you could take me or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, oh yeah. She was like, I was like, can I take that out of your way? She's like, you can take me instead. And I'm like, I wouldn't be complaining with that. And the whole table was like, ooh.
That's my dog.
And then I just walked off like a badass. Like I just kind of let it soak in the table. I just kind of
You were feeling yourself
I was
from then
feeling
on.
I
huh?
got a little strut.
You
on
got
the way
so
out. It wasn't even just a regular- it wasn't
You
even
got
just a
so
regular
confident
walk.
with that polo.
Yeah.
I know you did.
Yeah, I really
Wore it
did.
every time to work now. Yeah.
And then she was like, you want to put your number on it? And I'm like, you for real? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I saw her like typing my number into the phone, but I never got the text. I never got the call.
age, dude. That's where you just messed up.
Yeah, I messed up on the age.
It's just one wrong move.
Crucial mistake.
One wrong move.
It was a crucial mistake. It was all right though. You live and you learn. That's basically what my life is about, as you guys have known so far. You live and you learn. You know, I've learned the hard way multiple times, but that's all right. I'm learning.
They were pretty attractive though.
Oh,
Instagram model attractive.
my buddy
What did your
Dylan
colleagues
Carbajal.
say?
My buddy Dylan Carbajal was the server, and that was the one girl he pointed out on the table, and I totally agreed with him. Dylan Carbajal's a good looking dude too. Like he's a model himself. So the fact that they chose me instead of their server, like
You were definitely feeling yourself
it gave
that
me a
night.
little bit of confidence. It made my night. Not gonna lie.
Were they Instagram models like that level? Or
They
no?
were.
like a Julia Rose level.
Nah. They can't be that. They weren't that level, but they were up there, dog. They were
Hey,
100.
Julia Rose.
They were 100% up there. There were some beautiful women, especially that one in particular. I've never seen a nose ring be pulled off to such perfection. Don't even know her name.
That is awesome.
She might have told me it.
That
I
is
don't think I
awesome.
remember it, but the nose ring was incredible. And I hope she still calls me. I'm still waiting on it.
Still
Your
waiting.
number's in her phone.
My number's
Yeah,
in her
just
phone.
know that she has some type of way to contact you
Yeah.
still.
That's the only hope I'm holding on to. Maybe she forgets I'm on 20.
Maybe she deleted your number right after she left. Who
prob-
knows?
She probably. I went into the bathroom and there was one dude. I think he was gay, with them because he was with 3 girls, and I was taking a leak, and he's like, "She's gonna call you, bro." And I'm like, "I'll be waiting on it." And he's like, "She'll call you."
That is
and-
awesome.
That
and
is
then
awesome.
so that got my
That is
hype.
awesome.
That got me hype. I'm yes. in the back of
Cheese,
my
hey,
head.
hey, big cheese it over there with the
and
guy.
then it didn't happen. So another example: get your hopes up, get them crushed.
Meanwhile, I want to let you guys know it is 12:35 in the morning right now.
Is it really?
Dude, it's 12:35 in the morning.
We're flowing though.
Dude, we are flowing.
We're
Yeah.
absolutely flowing.
Yeah, we just came from a photo shoot. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
like to take photos. You know,
Love it.
I was not in this. I was just cold. I'm in my Juice World T-shirt.
It
He was
was.
in his Astroworld.
I
Max
took-
is looking like a dweeb.
I
was
took these
fine.
guys
Hey, let
to
me
a
just-
great spot that we call Rainbow Roads. It's pretty exclusive.
Don't tell him where. Don't tell
I'm
Yeah,
not
let me
gonna
just-
say
let
where,
me just
but
throw this
not a
out
lot
there.
of people know where
I've
it
never
is.
seen a scarier cow in my life.
Dude, it was terrifying.
that
out
was
there.
it was terrifying.
But let me tell you why it's called Rainbow Roads. One, we call it Rainbow Roads. One, because the road is so sketchy. It's like if you guys have ever played Mario Kart, you know how sketchy Rainbow Roads is, right? It's it's the hardest map on the game. So we call it Rainbow Roads because of that, and because how beautiful the stars are.
Dude,
Oh,
it is
it's
And
unbelievable.
it was a clear night tonight, and it was incredible.
It is
Everything you
unbelievable.
can see, but it's also very scary.
Oh, it's horrifying.
It's so peaceful, but it's like eerily peaceful at the same time. So
Never go there by yourself. Ever.
yeah,
always go there with a chick.
Few homies. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I
Like,
mean,
you
we,
do not
we
take
took
your
like we took
homies.
like 5 girls with us. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The stars were crazy, bro.
Bromance.
and and we used the pretty nice like vintage filter that made.
Oh, these
Things
photos are gonna be
pop.
crazy. You guys are gonna see them on
So,
on our Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people listening to this follow us, but just be on the lookout for.
Yeah,
some
RJ, you
funny-
wanna do me
I'll put our
Yeah.
socials.
Do
down
me a
in the
favor and
description.
just drop the ats in the description.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
hopefully I gain a couple followers. That'd be cool. I think I haven't gained a follower in a while, so it'd feel nice to get one again.
That's good.
That
Yeah.
sounds really sad.
Well, you have anything else to say? Because he's gonna be on in another episode probably.
Yeah,
this week,
hopefully.
Because I think we're gonna try to get Dirk on.
And Dirk, this guy Dirk, he's a character.
So we
he
could
really
save
is a
some
character.
topics. We're already at like an hour.
Okay.
This was a pretty good one. I think this was pretty solid.
I
flowed
feel like it
really
was
well.
very like me centric though. I'm not like
You're the guest.
100%
You're the guest.
comfortable
That's-
with like how
You're the
central it was
guest.
to me, though.
That's
You
how I
guys
want
don't
the-
want to talk
when I-
about yourself more?
When
Why
I
you
bring
want
on
to
the
throw in
guest,
another topic and get one of us on there? And
when I bring on the guest, I want them to,
yeah, that's
you know,
the guest is.
All right,
they're the
I mean,
guest
we can
because,
save the
like,
rest of it for another episode because I can talk basketball and stuff with Dirk.
yeah.
'cause-
Dirk's gonna be on pretty soon. I haven't posted a video. I haven't posted a podcast in a while because
Yeah.
due to like some, personal stuff in our lives. So sorry for that. But now we're back. Had to get this one going. Chow's not able to be here. He is practicing a set because he is performing. He has his first performance this week.
Oh, yeah?
For what?
I didn't know
He's
this.
he's performing. He has his first DJ gig. And
Oh, that's huge.
yeah, and up north, someone, or I think it's his parents. It's a family friends thing. They're like having a party, and then like he's performing there. He's getting paid.
Dude, I can just
Wow.
see
He's
Chow's.
flying there Monday.
Dang,
morning.
he's
Yeah,
got
they're-
it.
They're
He's got
paying for
everything.
it. They're paying for the flight. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty dope for Chow. So when
Shoot.
he comes back, we'll hear about that.
I can see just Chow's little arms behind the.
Chow just pressing buttons. Just
Yeah.
like, just twisting knobs.
Yeah.
Maybe be on the lookout for a new YouTube video. We did come up with a.
We got a couple ideas in
We
mind.
got a couple ideas that may be boring, but they may be also pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I thought wrapping a rubber band around a pumpkin was pretty stupid until some
it
some
took
funny.
off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally.
You never
So-
know. Just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's
All right.
gonna be it, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Max,
it. That was a
sign
solid
off.
one.
I'm good. See you
I'm
later.
out of here.
Justin, thank
It'll
you
be-
for coming on. You know, it
Yeah,
was
man.
pretty
Thank
fun.
you for having me. It was
He was
a
bugging
pleasure.
me to come
It
on,
was
but
a-
you know what? It was amazing. It was
and
pretty fun.
it was everything I hoped for and more.
good,
really was.
Good. I'm
That's-
glad
that
this
was some. That was a Chow statement right there.
Dude, this is a good podcast. I'm happy. All right, guys. That's going to be it. Thank you guys for listening and watching to the Yellow Fellows podcast. Actually, Justin, you're a little Asian too.
I am. I'm a quarter.
Yes!
Filipino.
Yes!
So we're still Yellow Fellows.
We're still Yellow
Yeah,
Fellows.
we are still the Yellow Fellows. All right, guys.
We just look
gang.
white.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, just tossing it out there in the environment. We're just-
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening and watching the Yellow Fellows podcast. RJB out. Oh, one more thing. Socials down in the description. Go follow
Yeah.
us. Deuces, guys.
Will come.